Ninja sets all of social media on fire with a rant and a tweet for the ages. Hi, I'm Tommy C, and this is Shot from the Point News. Ninja really douched out this time. It's douchey as it gets, and it's not surprising coming from our social media hero. Ninja is probably the least self-aware person that I have come across, and he's actually one of the biggest. He complains constantly. He seems to be a sore loser. He reports people for cheating when he loses. He's done all these things, and he's taking a lot of heat right now for this particular rant right here, and it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise.
If anyone ever uses the excuse, it's just a game, I'm going to lose my mind. Imagine telling LeBron James, Tom Brady, that when they're pissed off after losing a game, that it's just a game. Like, I'm going to lose. Like, are you kidding me? You're so stupid. It's the competitive nature, bro. It's about respect, bro. It's about pride. It's so much bigger than a video game. And anyone that ever uses the excuse it's just a game is a horrible human being.
Now, that's where you lost, Jimmy. Everything you said prior to that, I don't know if he's wrong. All professional athletes, I mean, have you ever been around a professional athlete? I mean, have you been around people that are compete at a world-class level? And the closest thing I could say, I've been around infantry guys that were in combat. They play a zero-sum game. They have this attitude. You know, and, war's not a game. Yeah, it's not a game as far as what the stakes are concerned, but it's played like one. And everybody has a feeling that they're the best, and they're trying to outcompete the next guy, including the guy next to him. It's not uncommon. And athletes are much the same way. They're just playing for money. Soldiers are playing for the lives. Little different, but it's looked at very similar on how you go about it. Now, to sit and so, by the way, it's so what a soldier will do if you're slacking. You're lazy. You're a horrible person. Athletes, if you're on the Dallas Cowboys and somebody's slacking, you're going to hear much the same language. Now, as far as video games concerned and playing the casualty, this is obviously the douchiest thing you could possibly say. And it is. It is. He does not have the self-awareness to realize that this is a chat for somebody he's coaching or a fellow streamer or advice for a fellow streamer or a future tournament competitor. These are not words for the public, but this is also how he motivates himself. If I don't win, I'm a horrible person. And yeah, that'll mess you up. But that's how winners win. So I got to be honest with you. He's taking heat in a lot of ways for telling the truth. You know, hear people crying about social media guys being phony. The moment, and in fairness to social media guys, the moment they're not phony, you want to throw them on the bus. Now, you might say to yourself, hey, it's not real sports. Well, you tell me millions of dollars are on the line, sponsorships? How is it different? It's not a physical sport. He's not a tournament player. That's true, but he's competing for viewers. And if he had it's just a game attitude and lost too many in a row, that's going to circulate among the kids. The kids can say, Ninja lost it. He ain't what he used to be. Hey, it kind of happened already. Tfue passed Ninja about a year ago because word got out that Tfue was the better Fortnite player. So he's still playing. He's still competing. He's still playing professionally. He's a gaming entertainer. He's not a gaming competitor anymore. But it's the same game and the same mindset. And this mindset should be respected. But you're probably saying, do you have to act like a sore loser? You have to act like a jerk? No, you don't. And this is where Ninja loses a lot of people. You're a horrible person. What else does he say?
And is lazy. You're a lazy human being. If anyone ever uses the excuse...
All right. You're not a lazy human being, but you would be if you're trying to be Ninja and you're trying to get what he has and compete in that world. If you go up there and like, oh man, I'm gonna get 20,000 subs by being, hey, it's just a game. Man. No, you're not getting the sponsorships. You're not drawing a crowd. You get there by winning and being dominant and being amazing and being worth clipping. And he knows that. And he has to keep that mindset because as soon as he loses the mindset like it's just a game, then he's not in the running for being the top 5 Fortnite streamer. And that's just a fact, Jack. The same people that are complaining that this is over the top, that this is stupid, that this is no message for kids. The moment he adopts what you're telling him to adopt, that mindset is the moment he slides. It's just a fact. It's the way it works. It's the way winners win. Here's the thing about competitiveness and winning. It's ugly. It's ugly. Nobody wants to really see it. Because when you see it, that's what it looks like. It looks like that. It's ugly. But that's what it is. And like we see it with our athletes. Some guys walk around with a lot of class. Ninja doesn't really have a lot of class. All right? Shroud, probably much better FPS player than Ninja. Does it with a lot of class. But he slipped too. He has slipped. He's shown his douchey side as well. Because he's hyper competitive. He wants to be the best. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm not even saying Ninja's a bad person. Some people express their anger, their dismay, when they're losing in a B type of personality, passive-aggressive way, and or like Ninja, where it's out front, an A personality, on the surface, aggressive way. Yeah, Shroud was a little douchey. On Ninja's climb of getting so many subs during the Amazon Prime phase, when he became a mainstream celebrity, Shroud, like a lot of other streamers, accused Ninja of cheating, that he was somehow rigging the system for himself. And I will never forget it. He said, I reported it on this channel when it was called something else. He said, well, I guess that's the end of Ninja being so sure that he was going to be caught cheating. He wasn't caught cheating. He won. But nobody knew what winning at that level looked like at that time. So what did Shroud do? He started telling people to get, give me an Amazon sub. And he also, and many others, Dr. Disrespect, they all benefited from Ninja. So yeah, this is bad optics. But it's not a lie. And it's the way these guys motivate themselves. Now, he doesn't have to yell at kids. He doesn't have to report people and act like a jerk. And, you can unsub him or do whatever you like. He's a douchebag. He's not self-aware. He thinks he's better than other people. There's no doubt about it. But this is a window into the mind of a top-flight, world-class competitor, whether it would be YouTube, whether it be streaming, whether it be basketball, whether it be hockey, baseball, flying drones. This is what winners... God, the President of the United States has this attitude. Everybody thinks he's an asshole, and they might be right. This is what it takes. If you want to play casually, play casually. You want to be a winner, you're going to have to adopt this take no prisoners attitude. Trust me, it's the only thing that got me through the Army. Because I had that casual way of being laid back until I got there. They had to fix it, otherwise I wouldn't have made it. And I'll be honest with you, initially I got caught up on this thing. He wrote the phrase "it's just a game" is just a weak mindset for a competitive player. That's absolutely correct. It's an unacceptable mindset. Are you okay with what happened, losing in perfection of a craft? When will you stop getting angry after losing? You lost twice. There's always something to learn, and there's always room for improvement. Never settle. Now, if that anger that he's talking about isn't acting classless, acting like a crybaby, right? And I'm feeling like, because John McEnroe was like this. A tennis player. He used to get angry, smash his stick, and he would take that anger and focus it and go out and win. This is probably what Ninja does. He acts like a big baby. He gets all that energy out, he focuses, and he goes out and wins. Now, you might not like that, but it works. And even Shroud has this same attitude. He just doesn't express it the same way. There's always something to learn. There's always room for improvement. Never settle. Well, if you think it's just a game and you don't care one way or another, how are you going to learn? How are you going to get motivated to learn? And this is what this is all about. This mindset is about motivation and keeping yourself in the game. This is a really interesting tweet right here. This is Ilya Bryzgalov. It's only a game. Why you have to be mad? Ilya Bryzgalov was a huge prospect in the National Hockey League. A huge prospect. He was a great goalie, a mega talent, and all of a sudden his game just slipped off. Some people think it's because he started getting interested in other things like hockey. Hockey became to him, even though it was his profession, only a game. And next thing you know, he's given up 10 goals in 2012 against the Pittsburgh Penguins in the playoffs. It's only a game. Why you have to be mad? I don't think Ilya's younger than me. I don't think he's 40. He's out of league. He's playing. He's not playing in the NHL. And you know what? If that's the way Ilya felt, I'm not even jumping on the guy. But you have to have that. What do you mean it's only a game? It's not only a game. It's my life. It's my profession. Ilya got his whole career shortened because of an attitude like that. And you know what? Maybe it was better for him. I think he started getting into, he was reading and getting into politics. He lost interest. It's okay. But you can't have it both ways. Good example. Thanks, Kavos. I bet Kavos didn't even know that because he's not a hockey fan. No, I jumped on your douchebag train too. Douche, and it is douchey. I'm not saying this isn't douchey. I'm not saying this isn't ugly. All right. But then I started thinking when somebody wrote me and said, "Boy, you would never say this to a real athlete." Yeah, you kidding me? You'd hear it every day if you're real, mostly from your coach. You're lazy. You're stupid. Get with it. It's not just a game. You want to be here? Yeah, this is normal for top flight competitors. Now, maybe you don't want your 9-year-old to hear this, but your 9-year-old's going to be 13, 14 in varsity sports possibly. He's going to hear it then. Eventually. You want what Ninja has? You're going to have to think like Ninja. And hopefully you'll be better than Ninja and keep it here and not here. But don't complain when these guys speak the truth. Don't complain when they give you a window inside their brain. Because this is what it takes. You don't have to be a jerk. And he can be a jerk. But you got to want to. You got to understand, like people like Ninja, they don't want to beat their opponents. They want to destroy them. All athletes are like this. You ever been around a pro athlete? They bet over coin flips. They're so competitive. That's part of the reason why they're there. I remember another hockey player, Stefan Richer, really good player. He used to play for the Devils. He was lazy. He could have been in the Hall of Fame. Didn't have it. Didn't have the passion. I'm not saying he's a bad person. He just didn't have the passion. Blowback says, if you want to be the best in competitive sports, you have to have the mindset Ninja's talking about, and always look to improve in losses. Being engaged. Being enraged at a lost. Being enraged and the lost or being a jerk isn't a requirement. Absolutely not. Blowback is right. See, Ninja doesn't know how to carry himself that way. He feeds off his emotions. And not everybody can be like Shroud. Not everybody can be like Ninja. You got to find your own way, but the mindset, the principle is always the same. I hate losing. How do I win? Now, if you're like Wings to Redemption, I hate losing, and it's everybody else's fault but mine. Well, that's a weak mindset. That's the weakest mindset. But I'm sorry. Just because this is gaming and maybe you don't have respect for esports or gaming entertainment, that's fine. But here's the thing. Whether you have respect for it or not, if this is not a real sport for you, that doesn't matter. Because these competitive realities are in there whether you think it's legitimate or not. So, yeah. That's where I'm at. So, I mean, I can't believe I'm sticking up for Ninja. Really, the optics are bad. Yeah, it's douchey. Yeah, Ninja's a baby. But he showed you something. He showed you what it takes, how to think. And it's not pretty. It's not pretty. I admit that. But it's the way winners have been winning forever. The smarter ones just pretend to be a nice guy on the surface. That's called class.